Hey there, and welcome to episode 4 of the Distinctive Properties Show, coming to you live from Grand Junction, Colorado. I'm Todd Conklin, and since 2006, we've been creating exceptional real estate experiences through the passionate delivery of truly remarkable service. And hopefully, this is one of the reasons why. As we know, we're at the end of the first quarter, and I talk to a lot of people every day, and it's amazing to me how many of those people were sort of surprised when I said, "So how's your first quarter doing?" And I get that deer in the headlights look. I have no idea. So I wanted to spend some time today and talk about the fact that Q1 is closed. It's in the books. In November, December, for some of you that are procrastinators, probably in January, we did business plans. Y'all remember that? They were great. We were excited. 2016, best year ever. We knew how much we were going to do. We knew how many transactions we were going to do. We knew where those transactions were going to come from. We knew how many phone calls every day, just personal contacts that we needed to have in order to achieve those goals. Do you remember that? 2016, rock and roll. And then for some of us, we got onto the execution and we executed every single day. We had our time blocked. We had our lead sources. We had our processes in place to handle, respond, convert those leads, and we're rocking and rolling, and we're tracking the numbers. And then some of us, life kind of got in the way. We didn't make all the phone calls. We decided, well, gosh, you know what? I got to show property, and I got a listing appointment, and the dog's on fire, and he ate my homework, and it was one day after another day after another day, and before long, all those calls, those 5.823 calls, or whatever your number was that you had to do every day, they just kind of went by the wayside. So last week, we talked a lot about that. Hey, here's my goal, and my behavior has to be in line with that goal. And if it's not, I have two choices, right? I can either change my behavior or I can change my goal. So we make business plans because those are our goals. So here's the process that we should be doing today, since it's April Fool's Day. And I don't know if you know this, but Shannon and I are having twins. First quarter's closed. Well, right now we should be measuring, how did that work, right? Did we achieve our goals? Did we make the number of appointments that we needed to make? Did we make the number of phone calls that we needed to make? Did we get the number of listings that we needed to get? Did we get the number of buyer leads that we needed to get? And were our conversion rates in alignment with that? Were our average sales prices in alignment with that? And did I ultimately achieve my gross commission income goal, my transaction number goal? Period. And if you did, you should celebrate, right? No question about it. Take a minute. Enjoy the fact that you did a great job. As a matter of fact, take the day off. You deserve it, right? If not, you need to assess, where did it go wrong? Did I plan inappropriately? Did I set my goals or my expectations, were they unreasonable, or was it just a behavioral issue, right? So did I make the phone calls? If I did make the phone calls, did I get the number of appointments? If I didn't, then maybe there's a script or a role play or some fine tuning that can happen there to help you with that conversion. If I didn't, or if I did, but I'm not able to get the listings, then maybe it's our listing presentation. Do you follow me? Right? We have to assess whether or not we are achieving our goals, and if not, if our behaviors are in alignment with our goals. And again, you have two choices. You can either change your behavior or change your goals. Adjust. This is perfect, right? This is that time we say, okay, Q1 in the books, but 2016 was our goals. The goal wasn't for quarter one. So if you didn't make your goals, don't fear. Adjust. We still have 3 quarters left in this. We can make these goals. We can exceed these goals. Do not fear. Do not get down. Ensure that your mindset is where it needs to be, because 2016, remember, November, December, and some of you January, remember how excited you were? Don't let it go. Quarter one is one quarter. There are four, and we play the whole game. And then it's about executing. You got to execute, all right? So you've identified, hey, I didn't make my goal, or I did make my goal. This is why I didn't, and this is why I did. Well, then I'm going to continue to execute on the good things. I'm going to adjust the things that didn't work, and I'm going to execute to achieve the goal that I've set, or I'm going to change my behavior. As a business owner, well, let me back up. So I was listening to a video from Tom Ferry the other day, and he said something that sort of hit me. Are you an agent, or are you a business owner? And it kind of hit me, like there's a real big difference in the behavioral patterns of an agent versus someone who's operating a business. Because if you're operating a business, you have a plan. If you're operating a business, you know that every day there are certain things that just flat have to happen, right? Somebody has to open up the office here, right? The lights have to be turned on, right? There's payroll. There's electricity that needs to be paid for. There's rent to be paid for. Boy, I got to tell you, as a business owner, you got some real responsibilities. And as a result, you execute at a very high level on a regular basis, or what happens? You go out of business. It's about understanding where you're going, having a map to get there, and executing. And then, of course, assessing, it's the math, right? Whether or not you're doing all of the things correctly, or maybe you need to change some things out. So here's a question for you. Are you a business owner, or are you an agent? Because if you're an agent, then it doesn't really matter, right? I'm going to do open houses when I want to do open houses. I'm going to make my phone calls when I make phone calls. I'm going to meet people out at the bar, well, whatever, I'm going to go ski. See ya. If you're a business owner, it doesn't work that way. You've got other responsibilities. You've made commitments. Those commitments may be to you, but they're commitments nonetheless. So, quarter one's over. For those of you who met or exceeded your goals, awesome. Congratulations. What a great way to start 2016. Now, let's continue to execute and see if maybe we can add a little cherry on top. For those of you that didn't quite make your goals, let's look at them. Let's assess it. Let's make some adjustments, and then let's execute. And let's act like a business owner and make 2016 your absolute best year ever. As always, we're here for you.